This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Well, Mike, right before this race started, crew chief Butch Hilton said to Jay, I have one word for you for this race, and that word is patience. We need to be around at the end, so you won't see Jay Sauter make any bold moves. He's content to ride right behind the 33 of Tony Raines and right in front of the 24 of Jack Sprague.
You know what I love as a driver? You're driving down on the inside. You're in that 2 car. You're leading the race, Jay Sauter, and everything's going fine. You think you're in the right place, doing a good job. All of a sudden, a bunch of cars go by you on the outside, and you're still wide open. Say, roll, what?
Whoa, trouble.
Boy,
the 2 car upside down, over and on to Scott Riggs. It's the big one.
Oh, boy, who is that still flipping?
Sauter. It was Johnny Sauter.
There's not anybody left.
I mean, I only see about 4 or 5 cars that are coming around through 3 and 4 right now that were not in this race. They see Mike McLaughlin in 18. They're still getting upside down people, cars driving under cars. There has to be 25 cars over there.
Comes Michael Waltrip. Damaged Lyndon Amick. And you see the 2 of Johnny Sauter.
Here comes
Scott Riggs, last week's winner.
Here comes our leader, Stacy Compton.
Jason Keller, Kenny Wallace,
Kevin Grubb, who has come from 38th up to the top 5.
Todd Bodine with damage.
A bit of damage
Little
over the
damage,
front
not much.
Jeff Purvis.
Drivers climbing out. There is Ron Hornaday.
Look at that jump.
Going over toward Jamie McMurray.
Shane Mill in the 47 car.
Youngest driver in the race,
Joe
age 21. Nemechek wrecked.
What a mess.
Coy Gibbs out of his car, and his teammate Mike McLaughlin is the car that landed on top of him. Kind of reminiscent of a big Daytona wreck. Tony Stewart and Bobby Labonte ended up that way.
I don't know if I've ever seen a wreck this big in a Busch Series race here. I don't know if I've seen a wreck this big, maybe even in a Cup event.
One time here, and back in the 70s, Tiny Lund was in it, a lot of other guys. And
23 cars, that
23
one, I think.
cars, yeah.
Jimmy Spencer, mangled nose on his car. You saw Kerry Earnhardt's damage.
The problem we have with the racing at Daytona and Talladega is this. You cannot have a single or even a couple of car incident. You run 43 cars on top of each other, you're going to have a big wreck.
Randy LaJoie. There's Nemechek. He is okay. We also saw Ron Hornaday walking away. And we'll update you as we get news on the other drivers. They're assisting Mike McLaughlin out of his car. Mike is climbing out. He's okay. Watch the 2 car.
What caused this?
Oh, Neal got into Riggs.
It looked like Riggs had to maybe back out of the throttle a little bit because Kenny Wallace's car washed up as they come off the exit of turn 2 right there, the 48 car. Right here, this is turn 2. Kenny Wallace, the 48 car right there.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like Shane Mill possibly just got into the back of the 10 car.
The 47 car, yeah.
Yeah, got into Riggs. Look at that 2 flipping. Looks like Rusty Wallace's flip in the number 2 Winston Cup car here not many years ago.
And when it hit the grass, it even tumbled more. There's Randy LaJoie. Greg Biffle.
Oh, Biffle.
There's
Jay Sauter.
Kerry Earnhardt.
There's everybody. Jack
Sprague, our point leader.
And the track's completely
Tim Sauter. All the Sauters.
I think we did the right thing by saying who wasn't in it.
And because the track's blocked, NASCAR has displayed the red flag because the cars can't even get through on the back stretch.
It appears to me maybe 10 or 12 cars is all that's left. Boy, that 2 car went over big time and then gets hit, tumbles. That car's, look at that thing, Larry. It's turning every which way.
And then the 21.
And then he gets in the grass. Watch this.
Shot across.
Gets hit again.
Johnny Sauter, number 2, out of his car and okay.
Amazing.
There's Riggs sideways, and he was pretty close up to the wall, Darrell. I guess you don't know if he lost his momentum in his forward bite or if Neal just got into him.
Yeah,
there's no way to tell.
Say. You come off that corner and you can get a really run on a guy in front of you, and you think something happened to him, even though maybe it didn't.
And I stand corrected. It did not look like Kenny Wallace's car moved up the racetrack from that shot right there at all.
I think the 47 got into the back of the 10 for whatever reason.
You like lucky numbers? 13 cars made it back to the start-finish line.
Wow. Happened in 1992. I can remember had a big wreck off of turn 2. They always seem to happen off of turn 2, the big ones.
Linda Namath's car.
Michael Walter. Kenny Wallace.
What a mess.
And there's Larry explained. You saw Kenny move up the racetrack without any contact with Scott Riggs there. He got a pull from Randy LaJoie as he moved past LaJoie. Won't get him around Keller, but it will get him to Jason Keller.
Boy, he is filling up his mirror right now. He is inside, outside, right on his back bumper. He's working him.
You know, Darrell, you can comment better on this than I can. If I'm Jason Keller, I don't want to let that inside get open too much.
No, I'd be using that mirror. I can tell you that, and he's doing a pretty good job of it. The spotter and him and his mirror, that's his three best friends right now.
8 laps to go, 7 when they come back. Steve Burns.
Mike with Steve Addington. Steve, can you hold off that car right behind you?
I don't know. I mean, it's been kind of boring all day long.
Not now.
Not now. It's getting good. I don't know. The 59's been strong. He was strong in happy hour. We ran good with him in happy hour. And we pushed him to the front when all the other cars were out there. I don't know if he can do it by himself. But I'll tell you what, I'm proud of all these guys. They put together a good race car. And all the guys back at the shop worked really hard on this car. And I appreciate everybody's hard work, no matter what the outcome is.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Kenny Wallace has gone to the garage. End of day.
Now, one thing that Stacy and Jason don't want to do is wreck each other.
No.
So, you know, they got to kind of, if Stacy can ever get a run on him and get position, I don't believe that Keller would fight him off. I believe he'd realize he needed to let him go. But that's about as close as you can get right there. These restrictor plate cars get right up along. Uh-oh, here he goes, looking inside.
But Darrell, he's got to push that air if he gets up alongside there. Can you do it?
That gap right there is so hard to close by yourself. If you had somebody behind him pushing him, you could go right on up there, but not by yourself.
Only 3 cars on the lead lap. That'll be a new record for sure.
There were 6 laps to go, and Stacy Compton all the way to the high side of the racetrack right now, and trying to get that run off turn 2.
And Jason Keller said, "Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where is it? I don't see him." And he's all the way up against the outside wall.
Darrell, you want to try to make that leader nervous?
Oh, yeah. He's working him right now. He's going he doesn't want him to know where he is.
You want him to aggravate him.
That's right.
All right, Kenny Wallace in the garage. Dick Berggren.
Well, Kenny Wallace almost won this race, but the big question is, however did you get through the big one?
Well, what happened there was, you know, we qualified 21st, and we're running 3rd on about lap 12. 10 cars started to make a run on me on the outside, and I was coming up the racetrack, and from what I hear, I guess him and Shane, I don't know, I hear the 10 car got loose behind me. So it was kind of hard to know what happened behind me. The only way I made it through it is I was in front of it. So, you know, the deal was the Stacker 2 Pontiac was quick enough to qualify 21st, being 3rd, and miss the wreck. But we blowed up, so that's not good.
How big a disappointment, Kenny?
Oh, it's really disappointing when you capitalize on, you know, easy 3rd place. Sit out there and run around, but you know, I'm disappointed, but what the hell can I do?
Yeah. Well, you should finish 10th, so that'll help you in the points, and I know you're looking for the championship. We wish you well.
Thank you.
He'll finish 10th because he's 5 laps down with 5 to go, and right now the 10th place car is 11 laps down.
Now our leaders, they're coming up on some lap traffic, even though that lap traffic is about 4 or 5 seconds slower. Jason Keller, he'll try to sniff any draft, any air off those cars that he can.
But what Stacy's got to do is, whichever way Keller goes, is be in a position to jump to the other lane if he has to.
77 shooting the high line in front of you.
If he can ever get that fender to either quarter panel, then it's a drag race. There you see Stacy trying to get that little bit of sniff of draft off the 77 car. Jimmy Kitchens get that run off the hill coming off turn 2.
Oh, he felt way. He's just falling back a little bit too far. He's going up there a little too high. He goes into one right on him. He's got a great plan, but hadn't timed it right yet.
It's going to be 3 laps to go when they come back to the line. And remember, unlike Daytona, the finish line at Talladega is not in the middle of the tri-oval. It's past the pit road exit on the way to turn 1.
And I know that when they put this line down here, I'm sure they thought that was funny. But when you're out there racing, and trying to win a race. It ain't funny that it's way down here.
Actually, Darrell, it wasn't funny. It's because all those seats in the tri-oval were real good seats because you can see pit road, and Bill France knew you'd sell those seats. But to sell these seats down toward turn 1, they put the finish line down here so those folks would have something interesting in front of them.
There's been many races lost from where a start-finish line normally is to right down here where this one is.
And they're catching the 26 car, Lyndon Amick, right here, just trying to sniff that draft. You see Lyndon Amick waving which way he wants them to go. They're going to the inside of him right here as they go off into turn 3.
Actually, that helped Keller because they caught him going down the back straightaway. Keller was able to suck up to the back of the 26s, and then he moved up out of the way as it went in the corner.
Tim Fidoa is 30 seconds off the lead. Remember, this is a backup car. They entered the race intending to pick up some show money. It's a backup car to Mike Wallace. Now they are in third. If anything happens to the 2 leaders, it is Fidoa alone on the lead lap.
Boy, Stacy's there this time, guys. He's looking that inside, but he just can't quite get there.
Jason Keller was 4th at Daytona this February, his best ever finish on NASCAR's 2 biggest tracks. Can he win it?
Stacy puts an awfully big gap between him and Jason as they come off turn 2, and I think that's okay if you've got somebody behind you pushing you. Without anybody behind you, I'm just not sure that's good. But he's trying. You got to give him credit. He's trying every angle he can try.
Yeah, I think Keller knew way back on that last restart that he did not want to let that 59 car get up in front of him, and this is the reason why. He knew he could hold him off.
They'll be coming to the white flag here. There's about 3 lap cars, about 300 yards in front of him. They'll be trying to stiff that little bit of draft. White flag. Here comes Stacy. He's got to look down on the inside. He does this every time. He catches him going into 1, but he just can't get there. Now, every other time he's gone real high through here to try to get a run. This time he's going to tuck in behind him and see if he can drag race him down the back.
That's one right there, baby. You're the man.
And also nose to tail the 4th place race, Todd Bodine and Casey Mears. But this is for the win.
And here they go. And Stacy's going to try to close as they get down here to turn 3. I don't think he's got the steam to do it, though, Larry.
No, I don't believe he does either. Again, there's about 3 cars up in front of these guys. Jason getting a little bit of sniff from those, but Stacy drifts up just a little bit. If it don't happen there, I don't think it's going to happen.
45,000 to win, 2/3 of that for second. Here they come.
Bring it down there. Bring it down there.
Takes that inside away. That's pretty much the race right there.
Bring it back down. Bring it back down.
Jason Keller gets his first Daytona Talladega victory, holding off Stacy Compton. Tim Fidoa will finish 3rd. Coming to the line, the battle for 4th, the rookie Casey Mears, right on the bumper of Todd Bodine. Best ever Busch Series finish for Mears.
And in a backup car, so that's a good run for these guys.
Best ever finish for Larry Foyt, who is 8th. Jimmy Kitchen 7th, Andy Kirby 6th.
And Kenny Wallace held on to 9th.
From the garage.
From the garage as he watched.
Compton Williams.
Jack Sprague jumped up to 13th. You guys, that's a pretty good run for him.
Considering all the damage.
Yes,
you
sir.
bet. Steve Burns.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports.